Let's talk about the essence of erotic energy, what it actually is, and how we can experience it in everyday life in a way that goes beyond mainstream, that goes beyond what society has taught us what erotic energy actually is. So I really do get that this concept is far out there. Of course it goes into the direction of experiencing sexuality in a tantric way connected to tantra. And a lot of people, when they come into connection with tantra, for example, they connect through the body, of course, right? We are here physicalized in this experience through our human bodies. Sexuality is a way to actually experience the divine, to experience God coming to life within our bodies. It's very poetic, actually. And I'm inviting you now into maybe a completely new realm to experience erotic energy, which is this very subtle energy that is not capable to be defined. It's an energy that is more, well, as I say, it's an energy. So it's actually something that is not being capable to be defined, if you feel what I mean. So when we engage with each other erotically, sexually, most people use their bodies to do so. Am I right? Are you using your body to experience your sexuality? Now you would say, yes, of course I'm using my body. What else would I use? Use your whole experience, your consciousness. This is a completely new realm that is, as I said, very etheric. It's in the etheric realms. And I want to say that when you enter this space and this realm, you will be, first of all, you will connect to this sexual energy, which actually is life energy, in a way that may satisfy you for the first time in your life and truly fulfill maybe her divine purpose, which is to connect you on a soul level with yourself, with the other, and with the greater beyond and above and below, everywhere and everywhere. And so most people, they only know the intimate connection through their bodies. To many people, this has been a very unsatisfying experience. Why? Because most people only connect to it, connect actually their bodies when they engage sexually. Now, a lot of people, when they enter this, the realm and the spaces of Tantra and practice either tantric sexuality or meditations, they get to experience a new realm which connects your soul, which is beautiful, great. And I'm inviting you into something that you can actually, that goes also beyond your body and beyond actually being in a physical connection with someone. And this is where you can truly open the doors to this divine energy that is unifying you and that is giving you actually an orgasmic experience, if you will, an ecstatic experience without you touching a body, neither yourself or the other. Why? Because, as I said, it's in the etheric realms. It's in the space of invisibility. I know this sounds very mystical or far out, however you want to say it, but it's just, there are things that are unexplainable, that are only to be experienced, like energy. How do you explain energy? If you want to explain energy, you have to somehow materialize it to make it manifest yes, then we can explain it like humanity, society has trying to explain sexual energy, eroticism, by manifesting it through certain kind of bodies that look in a certain way, that show themselves in a certain way, that demonstrate themselves in a certain way. Then you are sexual. And that is the reason why certain people, most of the people, only connect to their erotic energy through these kind of depictions. But there is so much more. Erotic energy is something that is constantly available for us, not only within our bodies, but in the spaces between. And again, try to enter this new concept that is, of course, it has to do with meditation, of course, with spirituality, because it is spirit. It is the Spirit of God that is coming to life through us, and that is there, and you can experience it. So, how do we experience this space that you are talking about, Sandra? This space between, this eroticism, without actually maybe being in movement with ourselves or with the other. How do we do this? And this is also a tantric practice. And that is with connecting through your souls and by completely dropping into the present moment. Because there is nothing more erotic than being present, than being in the body. Most people, when they just talk too much, they do too much. And they completely miss this point, meaning they miss this realm to be and to abide in this space where the orgasmic energy already is. To bring all this now down to earth, it means just talk less, be more. Do less, be more. Either when you are intimately engaging with someone on a physical level, or you are intimately engaging with someone without even touching each other. Of course, we are engaging intimately in a physical level because we are sharing the same room. I mean, like having sex and not having sex. You can experience deep and soulful intimacy without even touching each other. This is the realm I am inviting you in. To try this for yourself. And this happens through the eyes. This happens through your willingness to face whatever is asking to be faced, to feel whatever is asking to be felt, through this openness of your eyes, yes, to allow the other to look into your eyes and to be that brave to also look into the eyes of the other. And this takes courage because it's going to reveal the shit out of you. Your desires, your fears, your longings, everything that hasn't been yet met. And our invitation is to be with all of that, which actually means to breathe with all of that. This is when you are going to be in your body and you're going to be sexy as hell. When you are that present in your body, when you develop the capability to breathe with all of that. And this is where we again enter this realm of Tantra, which means Tantra as this waving in of all there is, like this space, like this, as if you would wave a cloth and you take all of these threads and you wave them into one beautiful garment. And you take everything that there is. And your breath is waving it all in. And then you get to experience this space beyond, or this space between the words. You get to really viscerally experience it. It becomes tangible, this space between. And this happens in silence, in the spaces between, the space after the friction, when the movement ends and there is still the movement going on. All of this you will only get and understand, get it internally, when you are courageous enough to experience this. And you can do this with anyone. Yes, with anyone. Soulful intimacy, which is erotic, can be experienced with anyone. Because what is this when we connect to sexual energy or when we connect to the desire? It's always the desire for unification, to become one with the other, to remember our oneness with the other. Most people only remember their oneness with the other when they physically intertwine, when they have sex. Then this is why it's so beautiful, right? Oneness is beautiful. And the thing is, it's already there. Not just when you combine the genitals. Oneness is already there in the space between. And if we would be so courageous to allow this intimacy to take place and to experience this with anyone in the subtle realms, we would be nourished, we would be fed. We would stop perverting our desires, because we would allow this desire for intimacy, for unity, to be fulfilled. And life is offering us this fulfillment in every moment. So I do get that this is far out, and I just know that this is truth, because I experienced this. And even with people to whom this concept, if you will, is completely new, it does not matter. If you can hold this vibration steady, this vibration of oneness, you will create a room in which the other can experience this too, no matter what kind of programming we have been going through. And this programming is always fear. Fear to face oneself in the eyes of the other, of course. So I'm inviting you to be brave, to go into intimacy and to raise erotic consciousness onto a new level, onto a level that is divine. And I want to say also that this erotic consciousness is always divine, either if it's being expressed through our bodies or if it's realized within the subtle spaces. What I am doing here is to invite you to move from your bodies and to explore new spaces, because most of humanity has been for thousands of years in these physical spaces and hasn't yet realized this fulfillment. Now, the invitation is then get moving and experience new realms where you may find the fulfillment that you have been seeking all along. So most humanity is being in these physical realms and expressing this and perverting it, and it's getting harder and more intense, but the satisfaction never really kicks in. I always have to get more violent, I have to get more whatever the fuck I have to get, more perverted, to give me the kick and the love and the unified experience that my soul is longing for. So, or we open the door that has been previously unrealized, which is the space where already everything exists. It's in the soulful and heartful connections. It's in true intimacy. It's in the heart. And then we can play between the realms and reconnect them and see where it brings us. Have fun exploring and let me know how it goes. All my love. Enjoy the ride.